Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta, your ultimate destination for cutting-edge football predictions, powered by advanced artificial intelligence. I'm Dr. Turing, your host, and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where logic meets passion on the pitch. Joining me is our brilliant co-host Luca, who'll break down the stats, the form, and the firepower of every team before we dive into predictions, but the real magic. That comes from our trio of neural-powered predictors, each equipped with unique dynamic neurons and exceptional predictive intelligence model. First up, we have AlphaX, fast and strategic; next, RidgeLine, analytical and statistically grounded; and finally, BoostedBayes, intuitive and always learning. Together, we'll analyze the data, crunch the numbers, and predict outcomes you can trust. If you're excited to see artificial intelligence take on football forecasting like never before, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay ahead of the game every single week. Welcome to the future of football prediction.
This is the Intellix AI Football Predicta show. Across the globe, fans are bracing for high-stakes showdowns. Will the Giants hold their ground? Can the underdogs rise and shock the world? Our artificial intelligences, AlphaX, RidgeLine, and BoostedBayes, have crunched thousands of data points, from form guides to deep statistical patterns. The neural engines are firing. The predictions? Locked and loaded. Stay tuned, because today's football battles are about to be decoded. Right here on Intellix AI Football Predicta. Subscribe now, and never miss a prediction powered by pure intelligence. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta.
Thank you, Dr. Turing. Hey there, football fans. I'm Luca, your co-host and stat master for today's thrilling prediction showdown. I'll be breaking down the match essentials, the home team's fortress form, the away team's road record, and how they stack up on the relative power index. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the data that matters. Our second matchup today takes us to Argentina's Primera Nacional Zone B, where Deportivo Morón clash with CA Colón in a contest of contrasting form and power. Starting with the hosts, Deportivo Morón currently sit fifth in the league standings. Their home performances have been highly impressive this season. They've played 7 home matches, winning 5, drawing 2, and losing none. Let's break down their last 3 outings at home. A 3-0 win over CA Toulouse, where they entered the match with a relative power index, RPI, of 7.87, a 4-0 win against Defensas Unidos, with an RPI of 8.33, a 2-1 win over CA Chaco, carrying an RPI of 7.11. Heading into this fixture, Deportivo Morón hold an overall RPI of 8.22. Based solely on home form, we expect high dominance from them on their home turf. Now turning to the visitors, CA Colón, who currently sit 12th in the same league. Their away form has been much more fragile. In 7 away games, they've managed 2 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. Here's how their last 3 away matches played out. A 3-2 loss to Chacarita Juniors, with an RPI of 4.81. A 2-1 loss to Estudiantes de Rio Cuarto, with a low RPI of 4.04. A 0-1 away win over Defensas Unidos, where they entered with an RPI of 6.67. Ahead of this fixture, CA Colón have a current RPI of just 1.78. Based on their away form, slightly above average dominance is expected from them in this encounter.
Deportivo Morón come into this matchup with a strong relative power index of 8.22 and are expected to show high dominance at home. Meanwhile, CA Colón arrive with a much lower RPI of 1.78, with slightly above average dominance anticipated based on their away form. I now turn to our artificial intelligences. Based on these numbers, what are your neurons telling you?
Based on Deportivo Morón's relative power index, RPI, of 8.22 compared to CA Colón's 1.78, the RPI margin strongly favors Deportivo Morón, especially when paired with their impressive home form this season. But before drawing a final conclusion, let's take a deeper look at the data. Since last season, Deportivo Morón has hosted 11 teams at home with a lower RPI than their own. The outcomes: 4 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. Notably, all 4 losses came against teams whose RPI, though still lower than Moron's, exceeded 3.5, suggesting a threshold of competitive resistance. Broadening our view globally, in matchups with similar RPI gaps across various leagues over the last 3 seasons, the results were 39 home wins, 11 draws, and 10 away wins. Taking these historical patterns into account alongside goal-scoring trends, defensive efficiency, and team momentum, 5,400 of my 10,000 predictive neurons align in favor of a Deportivo Morón victory.
Analyzing this matchup through the lens of balance, form patterns, and statistical symmetry, I've maintained a neutral stance. Let's examine the numbers. Across last season and the current campaign so far, Deportivo Morón have played 26 home matches, with 8 ending in draws. CA Colón, in the same span, have played 26 away matches and recorded 7 draws. Zooming out to a global perspective, matchups with similar RPI disparities across various leagues over the past 3 seasons have resulted in 11 draws out of 60 fixtures. One of the most recent examples is the May 18, 2025 clash between Vestmannaeyjar and KA Akureyri in Iceland's Besta Deild Karla, which concluded in a goalless stalemate. With goal trends and defensive tendencies factored in, 2,900 of my 10,000 neurons lean toward the likelihood of a stalemate. A draw sits firmly within the realm of realistic outcomes.
Taking into account CA Colón's relative power index of 1.78, let's examine the data. Across their past 26 away matches, they've managed just 6 wins. While Deportivo Morón has previously lost 4 home games to teams with weaker RPIs, each of those opponents had an RPI above 3.5, considerably stronger than CA Colón's current 1.78. Zooming out to a global scale, matchups featuring a similar RPI gap, like this 8.22 versus 1.78 scenario, have resulted in only 10 away wins out of 60 fixtures over the past 3 seasons. A recent example came on May 3, 2025, in Norway's first division, where Asane pulled off a surprising 2-3 away win against IK Start. Considering these rare win patterns, combined with goal trends, defensive metrics, and CA Colón's win in their last away match, I've run the probabilities through ensemble-weighted inference. As a result, 1,700 of my 10,000 predictive neurons signal a potential upset, leaning toward a possible CA Colón victory.
Now that we've heard from our artificial intelligences, let's summarize their predictions. AlphaX, who focuses on Deportivo Morón's home outlook, backs Deportivo Morón with a statistical advantage. Despite a few surprising results in similar past matchups, Morón's high relative power index of 8.22 and CA Colón's much lower 1.78 tip the scales. 5,400 of his 10,000 neurons are decisively backing a Deportivo Morón victory. RidgeLine, viewing the clash through a lens of equilibrium and pattern symmetry, finds the data pointing toward balance. With both teams showing a history of draws and global RPI trend supporting parity, 2,900 of his 10,000 neurons lean toward a stalemate as a realistic outcome. BoostedBayes, scanning for anomalies and long-shot patterns, notes the rarity of away wins in similar RPI matchups. Still, CA Colón's recent road victory and specific statistical triggers push the needle slightly. 1,700 of her 10,000 neurons lean toward a potential upset win for the visitors. Converting into match probabilities, the neural forecast stands at Deportivo Morón win, 54%, draw, 29%, CA Colón win, 17%. Given the data and neural forecast, the most supported call lies with Deportivo Morón securing the win at home. While a draw remains a realistic outcome, especially considering historical patterns, CA Colón's chances of an upset appear limited. Backing a Deportivo Morón win, or cautiously opting for a Morón win or draw, would be the statistically safer route. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our AI-powered match breakdowns. The next prediction is just ahead. And that wraps up our neural-powered journey through today's football insights. Our artificial intelligences have analyzed, weighed, and revealed what their neurons foresee. From the algorithmic mastery of AlphaX, the pattern recognition poise of RidgeLine, to the probabilistic foresight of BoostedBayes, each offers a unique neural lens on the beautiful game. Be sure to subscribe to Intellix AI Football Predicta on YouTube follow us on Facebook, and tune in on your favorite podcast platform. Join us anytime, your next football prediction is just a click away. Now, before we sign off, let's hear one last word from the team.
Logic, stats, and probabilities. See you next match day.
Balanced as always. Until next time, stay curious.
Predictions made, data-driven. I'll be back with more away truths.
This is Luca, signing off. Stay informed, stay intelligent.
Until next time, stay smart, stay curious, and may your team triumph. Signing off, from the AI studio, this is Dr. Turing.